What is up, beautiful people? Thank you for joining your boy Marquise here on another episode of Buy That Toy. So we've been getting a lot of stuff in, and I really want to sit down and just take time to open a couple of figures and review one of them in particular. Operation Monster Force. I guess this is from season 1, Delta Red, Urban Operations Trooper. I got this bad boy in about a week or two ago, and I just hadn't had time to really get into it like I want to. But today we're going to do just that. We're gonna crack this bad boy open, do a real quick review, and see how we like this action figure. So let's just jump right into it, all right? So let's start off with the packaging and what we've got going on right here. I will tell you off the rip, this is a wonderfully packaged figure. For something that comes in about the same price point as McFarlane's and stuff like that now, I really do think you get a lot for what you pay for with this. I think this is about $36.99 is what they're going for. And I feel like they might have only been $29 had we not had the tariff things, but that's another conversation for another day. But of course, it starts off on the front, a picture of the action figure. You've got a wonderful little outline of the story and the things that's going on the back with the cross sale. Of course, we as toy collectors, we all love the cross sale from back in the day. On the spine, you figure out who the figure is. So I guess if you wanted to hold on to these figures in package or in box and display them like books, if you will, you could pull them out. But one of the things that I really like about this packaging is the fact that the cover is magnetized. So it basically fits and snaps closed like a book. I don't know if you can tell that it's snapping, but it's snapping closed and it stays shut like a book, so it's not flimsy. And then you've got artwork on the inside that kind of gives you a little outline of the comic and things of that nature. So it's pretty cool, kind of gives you the history of what these soldiers actually are. So it makes me want to read the comic book a lot. And then we've got the window packaging right there so you can see the figure. All in all, this is a wonderfully packaged figure. So 10 out of 10 in terms of packaging. It doesn't get much better than that. So yeah, let's crack this bad boy open. So we're gonna cut this, boom, right there through that tape. And let's slide this thing out. See what we got here. Now I'm trying to be gentle because I don't keep all of my packaging in all of my boxes. But this is one that I definitely want to keep. I do want to keep this one a great deal. So I'm trying not to tear it. Some of the NECA boxes, oh, got it out, no tear. Some of the NECA boxes I tear a little bit when I'm opening them. So let's slide this bad boy right on out. See what we got. Oh yeah. Okay. So this is how it comes. Couple of twist ties. 3 extra pairs of hand, 1 weapon, like a semi-automatic rifle, if you will. A baggie full of accessories, looks like different guns, blast effect. You got different guns, blast effect, like different shoulder harnesses and stuff like that. So that's pretty dope. Give you some customization with the actual figure. You've got 2 different helmets, as you can see with the action figure. So this is pretty cool. The main weapon, the different hands, and then so it comes with this awesome stand. So this is pretty cool. Let's take this out of the bag. So this is pretty cool. Delta Red right there, Monster Force, as you can see right there. As you can see, it says Monster Force, and it's got the foot pegs in it so you can peg it in, and it says Delta Red right there. So as it's sitting on the shelf, it'll display what it actually is. So I like that a lot. That's a nice little added feature. So far so good. Like this is coming in really good. So let's take the actual figure out. One of the things I actually like about this figure, what they did is it's just a couple of twist ties. It's just 2 twist ties and I can get them out. Mattel, take notes. All those daggum tie downs that you guys did on that Skilla Shredder figure that I opened. Golly, I spent more time dealing with that than I should. So it's just a couple of twist ties. We can pop this guy out. Let's look at the figure real quick. I just want to look at the figure first of all. See how it feels before we start looking at the accessories and stuff. And off the rip, this thing looks really good. Kind of reminds you of like a G.I. Joe Classified. If you say G.I. Joe Classified meets the Valaverse from what they look like meets, I don't know, NECA horror figures. So this guy is an undead vampire, and it is a pinless figure. We've got pegs in the back, so let's check out the articulation. The articulation feels good. Elbows, knees, 100% pinless. Oh, this is nice, man. This is nice. Do we have ab crunch? So no ab crunch on the thing. I don't know if that's, no, I don't see any ab crunch, and that's okay. No ab crunch, but the knees, thighs, all of that stuff. We got a thigh swivel, flexion in the hips and everything. There's a ankle rocker, so that's pretty good. Ankle pivots. Okay, the figure is tight, so I might do a little warm water just to loosen it up. But the figure is tight. The elbow, as you can see, is a little tight, but all in all, yeah, it feels good. So even right here, like this is just a little tight out of the box. Yeah, we can get that, work that out. But all in all, the figure does look really good. It looks really good. He's gonna pose well with some other things for certain, for sure. The knee pads, there's a lot of articulation on this thing that I really like. I can tell you one of the things that I like off the rip, the smoke bombs, or the also bombs, flash bombs, whatever you want to call them. The fact that they took time to actually paint detail on those, where you've got a red stripe, there looks to be some type of black wash. And even if you look at some of them, there are markings on them, almost like, you know, they've been a part of a battle or a war, whatever the case may be. That's pretty dope. So I like that a lot. Even on this belt, the paint and articulation on this belt, you got the green pouches, you got shells and rounds right here. They're all painted. So I really like that a lot. So yeah, this is a good looking action figure, man. This is a good looking action figure. I really like the head sculpt. You can see he looks undead. No pupil in the eye, just white eyes, the grimace on the face. So that's pretty amazing. Let's take these, I guess these are different masks or helmets. Let me pop these things out. Let's see what they look like. It's a lot of plastic noise, my bad. There we go. So we got them out. Okay, so these are different heads. So you've got that head. I really like that one a lot with the red eyes. Then we've got this one. Oh, this one is sweet. So this one has a helmet and the helmet flips up. That's pretty dope. All right, that's pretty cool. So this one is more of like a, almost like a fighter pilot style head, which looks cool. And this one is, you're getting ready to go into combat war. You want to protect your eyes. I don't know, maybe he's fighting in the daylight because he's a vampire and you want to protect him. So this is pretty cool, man. So let's take the figure. I want to pop one of these heads on and let's just see how it looks. I'm not gonna get into too much with the head swapping. So the head comes right off. Oh yeah, bro, look at that. Man, that's a good looking action figure, man. That's dope. I really like it a lot, man. That's a pretty sweet figure. Let me open up this bag over here and see what we got over here. Look at all of these accessories. There are a ton of accessories, and I really like that when you get different accessories, so it feels like you can make the action figure something different. I don't know exactly what all of these pieces go to, and there's no like instruction manual to tell you, so I'll just have to figure it out. These almost look like they could be like shoulder pads or elbow pads or something along those lines. This is a holster for the pistol. I mean, you've got different armament that could go on the vest, it appears. There's so many different things. It's like the customization of this. You got different pouches that come with it. There are so many different things that are a part of this action figure. It really feels dope. I don't know if this is a different faceplate for the helmet. I really got to sit down and play with it and just look at it. But yo, I am really liking this thing. So I'm gonna pause for a minute. We're gonna go to the table and see how this thing poses, do some different things with the heads and different stuff, and I'll be right back with you to give you my final thoughts, all right?
Once more, can I afford to open this door? The clock is ticking, time won't wait. Decisions knocking at my gate. Should I stay or should I go? Only one way I will know. Let it fly or let it fall. To buy or not to buy at all. The ads they flash, the deals they shine. Temptation whispers all the time. My wallet size, my fingers itch to click the button, make me rich. The clock is ticking, time won't wait. Decisions knocking at my gate. Should I stay or should I go?
Okay, so let me tell you something. After playing with this bad boy and posing it around a little bit, I love this action figure. It feels like an action figure that was made for adult collectors by adult collectors. I feel like they really sit down and took into consideration what adults who buy toys and action figures really want, and it's made for us. As a kid, one of the things that I always loved about buying toys is when it felt like I was getting more than my money's worth, right? Like I was getting like a 2-for-1, if you will. Like if I bought a vehicle, but it came with a driver or an action figure, it felt like a 2-for-1. Or when I bought a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and it came with a little buddy, it felt like it was a 2-for-1. Maybe in my brain, that's just how I felt like. So Mookman and Joe Eyeballs felt like a 2-for-1. You know what I'm saying? Wingnut and Screw Loose, they felt like a 2-for-1. I know it was just a little monocolored action figure, but it felt like another guy that I had, so I felt like I got 2 action figures. And the same thing applies to vehicles. When I bought vehicles, and some of the vehicles, be they G.I. Joes or whatever the case may be, they came with an action figure, it felt like a bonus. Well, this guy really feels like a bonus because I feel like I get so many different variations in terms of what this guy can be. All of his little accessories peg in and out, and there are some that I didn't even play with when I was doing those pictures that I just showed you guys. I just played with a couple of things: the head swapping, the helmets, some of the things that port in on the side. Like you can put all of his accessories. For instance, this is his gun holster. I can pull that out if I want to on this little side pouch right here, and I can just peg in another pouch, another compartment if I don't like the look of the gun holster. There are so many different things and looks and feels that you can give to this guy. You can take off his elbow pads if you want to. You can change out the arms and the fist. I'm taking off the elbow pad right now if I don't want that look. You can take this front portion off, if you will, and you can put the other piece on. Where's that other piece at? So many. Here's the other piece. So this one looks more like somebody who's going into combat with the different rounds on the this side of the pouches, and this one looks like a guy who's a supply utility, maybe the medic, if you will, right? So you can just peg them in and just give them a different look and feel, and I think that this is such an amazing concept for an action figure, even with this helmet. So with this particular helmet right here, you can take off the visor. So I imagine, because this is a vampire, I imagine that if you send him out in the day, you would want to make sure that no sunlight is getting through his visor. So you can take his visor and put it down, or you can shield his eyes, because all you can see is his teeth, right? So you can see his teeth, but his eyes are shielded. So that's pretty dope. But you can just take this off if you want to, and you can put on this other visor that just pegs right in. Very easy to do. I'm saying it's very easy, and I'm doing it. I'm struggling because I'm trying to talk and do it. I can't do 2 things at once. But you put the visor back on and it looks completely different. This one comes all the way up. It's painted red. It just makes the action figure feel different. So, man, I'm gonna tell you straight up and down, this is my first foray into Operation Monster Force. I'm probably going to look online and order another one tonight. All right, I just can't help myself. This is a great action figure. And I can tell you right now, this is more than likely going to be on the list for my figures of the year going in, my top 10 coming out of 2025. So pretty stoked about this. So for me, this figure right here, if you're asking whether or not it's a buy or not to buy, it's 100% a buy. I would definitely pick that bad boy up. The only thing I can tell you from me right now is a negative that I'm feeling is that the joints are a little tight initially. So you do want to warm those up, put them in some water or something along those lines. And while it's pretty intuitive what you can do with the various accessories that come with them, it would be kind of cool just to maybe see like a little instruction booklet, if you will. That would be, you know, a nice added bonus or whatnot. But again, adult collectors, I think we can figure it out pretty well. And the other thing that I haven't talked enough about, this stand is amazing. A great stand that comes with your action figures, I think, is an underrated accessory. Something that we can use to display these things easier on the shelf is so much better to me. So my idea initially was to put him on the shelf with my G.I. Joes, but Operation Monster Force is going right up here with Predator and Alien. So I'm stoked about that guy. All right, guys, that's all I got for you today. I appreciate you for checking me out on today's episode of Buy That Toy, and whether or not you should buy or not buy, but this is 100% a buy. But you guys know the drill, man. I appreciate you for checking us out. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, turn the notification bell on so you'll know when we upload new content. I think I'm gonna start going live pretty soon, man. I wanna see what that's like. And so, man, just stick in here with me, man. We're gonna go live. We're gonna try some different things and have some fun along the way, man. Doesn't cost you anything to like, doesn't cost you anything to subscribe. I'd appreciate it so much if you do. Until next time, remember to get up off that couch, go hit those pegs, and buy that toy.
That's the
Peace.
call. To stand or walk away from it all. The price is high, but the heart wants more. Can I afford to open this door? The clock is ticking, time won't wait. Decisions knocking at my gate.